Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Recipe for Adventure. I'm your host, Freebie and today's a very special episode. Isn't that right, Sai, who says hello?
Well, that's technically, if you're including the says part with, me, then I'm not too sure how I feel about that because that's not my name. It's just Sai, usually. But
Usually,
yeah.
the implications of that phrasing.
Well, I mean, yeah, there are times where I get more to it than just Sai.
Fair.
I mean, there was a time that I was Siberius Aurelius Maximus, General of Pi, which is near Pompeii.
That was a thing.
Did that whole thing, not just Pi, but and the near Pompeii was part of it.
This is the first I'm hearing of this, but,
Oh yeah, it's a pretty old title.
huh,
I haven't used it a lot lately.
huh. I am concerned. Anyways, moving along. My question for today
Mm-hmm.
is previously I've asked you about your favorite D&D item, right?
Yes.
Well, what's your favorite D&D item that's non-magical?
Hmm. Non-magical item.
I will accept anything that you can just buy, honestly. That's not
Yeah.
magical.
Nah, because I have you know everyone's got like those weird things where it's like I should always have one of these.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
I mean sometimes it's just silly where it's like the adventurer's pack because I buy it and then no one questions if I have something.
It's very versatile. I don't actually remember what it's got, but like every Avengers pack at the very minimum has like a way to sleep, some sort of
Yeah.
like flavor based
Mm-hmm.
items like
Yeah.
utensils. It's usually got something useful in like rope, pins,
Yeah.
hammers, maybe even if you're lucky.
Yeah. Rations.
Torches, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I think all the packs have rations, or at least most of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But I like the adventurers pack as it or like and its equivalents from like roughly as well, where it's like I buy this and then I know that I have like the general like useful tools I need to survive,
I feel like
plus like maybe one or two special things.
I feel that that's a bit of a cheat answer because I think when they were making the player's handbook, they just didn't want to type out, oh, this class starts with this amount of rope, this thing, this thing, this thing, and then they just decide to just type out the list once and then put it under
Fine,
like adventurers pack.
then I'll give you my other slightly more memey, but I think you'd like more answer,
Sure.
which is the good old 11-foot pole for when you want to be one extra foot away from whatever you're touching.
Which is, valid since a lot of traps are like this explodes and everything caught in it in like 10 feet because like nothing
Yeah.
there's nothing that ever says you caught within 9 to 6 feet. It's always increments of 5 feet always,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and yes, there are things that are more than like 10, but usually if it's a trap, it's gonna basically pop within like 10 feet of you. Usually,
Mm.
they're usually localized enough,
Yeah,
and so the good old just trap detection tool of the age-old wisdom of just a very long pole that you use to poke things
it'll
and hope that you
activate.
don't die.
Yeah, it'll activate. It'll destroy the stick maybe, but you'll be fine.
Hmm.
uh, my favorite item, and I'm not sure if it exists in 5th edition, but it was in like a side book in 3.5 back when they had the what was it, the open license to create like third party books all the time and such, and like it just went bananas essentially. Everybody and their mother had a book for 3.5, but my favorite item, if I remember correctly, is the post hole digger, just because it's so specific and stupid, and it's a tool that literally makes holes to put posts in, and that's how I discovered that it's a real thing that farmers use to make posts.
Yes, yeah,
It's like, Sure, you could use a shovel, but like a post hole digger is so much efficient at it. They actually look really cool. They just look like weird shovelly looking tongs.
Well, you know about the post hole digger, but do you know about like the post hammer?
Is that literally a hammer that they use to put? Isn't that just a big mallet? Or
No, I hope I'm saying the right thing because there's a special tool for putting posts into the ground.
and it's literally
Um,
so
is
it's
it
a very
is it
specific hammer. Oh my god!
is it the post? Yeah, the post pounder. Sorry,
Post
not the hammer.
pounder.
The post pounder is a very specific tool that you use to help hammer posts into the ground. And unlike a traditional hammer, what it is that it's actually a device you slot over the top of the post, and it's got like an empty space inside, and you can pick it up and you grip with both hands and you bash the post into the ground using two hands and using the fact that the post is inside the pounder to make sure your aim is always on.
Ah, so like it doesn't like twist and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just look up a post pounder. It's a pretty simple device.
man,
Looks really cool.
a lot of work goes into like making fence posts. I didn't realize. Like, anyways, that was very educational, oddly enough. Thank you, Sai. Let's
No
go
problem.
back to Grizzleforge Unleashed, and I'm looking at Vodos and Wolf, and we pretty much finished off the encounter, more or less.
Oh, well, we were discussing towards the end about potentially buffing Vodos slightly to
Mm,
kind of bring him in line with everyone else. Because
mm,
we buffed Sasha to CR3,
mm, mm, mm,
but
mm.
she started off pretty weak. And like Vodos is strong for a CR1 creature, but he could use a little bit of extra oomph, I think.
We gave him spearfishing. Are you thinking about giving him like better armor or something?
I literally intend to, maybe give him some armor, give him a couple of stats here and there, maybe a little more HP. Because at the moment, he's a little fragile, and we discussed the fact that people have access to Fireball at the moment,
I do have
and
I do have one idea that I think could work, and it would be very much in character as well. Let me just double check if it would work. Yada yada. Ah, no, it's a concentration spell. Is there a relatively low cleric spell slash buff that doesn't require concentration? I know they're rare, but I
that doesn't require concentration. That's a bit harder.
yeah, I swear there's one. Like Death Ward is like the only one that I can think of off the top of my head, and it's pretty like
Hmm.
mid to high level if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but yeah, like I like how Votus functions at the moment, and spearfishing is great. I literally just want to bump him up a couple of levels and give him some stats.
Do we want to like call him Vodos Unleashed then? Like just to differentiate him a bit from Vodos the Unsunken because he's been sunk almost.
Votus the Unleashed. Sure.
Yeah, so we'll just copy paste this one and then.
Well, I've already done a copy paste,
Oh, okay.
so I am 3 steps ahead of you in this case. But yes, like realistically, all I want to do is I want to give him like maybe another point of dex, which will help him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a point of con as well.
I like how he has damage resistance. Cool.
Yeah,
Ooh, I have an idea. Give him damage immunity, cold.
I would like to hear your reasoning for this.
Look where they are.
Well, I mean, yes.
They're at the
Well,
entrance where the blizzard is just petering down a bit.
yeah. Well, Vodos had the resistance to cold because of his race, I believe.
He's a Triton, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the idea is like they go deep underwater and such like that. I'm
Hmm.
wondering like, oh, actually no, this wouldn't work now I think about it because like the Calamity Dragon is starting to like peter off sort of thing. So you wouldn't really
Yeah.
have much cold stuff going. Okay, never mind. There goes
Yeah.
that idea. Um, hmm. there really isn't any cleric spell that doesn't require concentration besides Death Ward that I can think of off the top of my head that's appropriate for this level. I do want to just put Death Ward on both of them regardless now that I think about it.
Well, if you want to Death Ward both of them, we could just literally say that they have Death Ward. But half of our intention is also technically to kill them as well, so...
Okay, let's ignore Death Ward then. Oh gosh, this is suddenly harder than I thought. Yeah, okay. So you mentioned you're updating them right now, but I don't see any changes to the character that I'm looking at, unless. Oh, I see what you've done. Yep. Never mind. Never mind.
There is a second sheet.
Yep. I see it now. I was wondering where I was going. What was happening here?
Yep.
So he's got spearfishing. We'll have if this is the second one, we can probably get rid of Titan Slayer. Honestly.
Yeah.
How do we do that? I don't actually know how to. Oh, okay, you've done it. Never mind. Thank you.
Yep. No, that's very easy for me to do. I also bumped up his sneak attack by 1.
Yep, that makes sense.
And I'm thinking of giving him access to evasion.
That makes sense. Like, yeah, he's essentially a rogue. He is a fishy rogue man.
Yeah. I'm going to look up the... Do I have evasion on anyone else that I can just copy and paste for ease? Probably not. That would have been useful. I'll have to... Online, can you help me quickly? Give me access to the evasion feature so I can just copy and paste it for speed.
For speed. Gotta go fast.
Oh, okay. It's actually level 7 evasion. I thought evasion was 5. 5's uncanny dodge. No, I still want to give.
It feels like it fits.
Yeah. And when Verdos is subjected to an effect, let's just take that one. Yep. He can instead take no damage if he succeeds on the saving throw, and half damage if he fails. Okay, and since it's a level 7 ability, I will buff his sneak attack again to 4d6.
Oh, I just realized that his... Hang on, I'm just going to get something. The Unleashed. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, and you buffed his hit points a bit as well, I see.
Yep, he now has 8d8 plus 8.
He's been leveled.
So, yeah. Technically, he has more rogue levels than he would before. Do I want to bump him up to the 10d10? Or 10d8? Yeah, I'll do that. And that should roughly give him 9 more, so 80 hit points. Okay, cool. So,
how many times have the players potentially run into Vodos at this point? Like, just
this is the second encounter.
Okay. So in theory, he could be like we see him right now, or he could have horns.
Yeah.
Vulnerable to silvered weapons and have +1 to hit, basically. Okay.
He should only have been killed once at this point, I believe.
Yeah, so he might have +1 to hit with everything he's got right now.
Yeah.
Which does make him a bit more dangerous, but not by much. But like, it's noticeable.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm okay with having him be relatively squishy compared to Wolf, honestly. So.
Yeah. At the very least, his AC is still relatively low. Or both of their ACs are relatively low, but Wolf can just tank like a mother trucker.
Oh yeah, he's tough. He doesn't seem to have much in the way of like actual hitting stuff, but he doesn't need to be. He's just tough.
Yep. Okay. And so that's a good little token for voters to unleashed. I think like Wolf is technically not too strong, but he sort of fits that just brute.
So he's a simple club. He's a blunt instrument essentially. We don't have to do anything too fancy with him. Just give him like high hit points, high hit, and that's
Yeah,
all we really need. I think. Like
like
he
yeah,
doesn't he doesn't even he doesn't even do that much damage there. Look at him actually.
no,
Like at least
that,
compared
like
to Vodos.
I am considering that his first encounter he's just trying to run anyway
Yeah.
and doesn't really fight back.
Give him extra
Maybe
movement speed.
well, no, I was gonna say compared to the regular berserker, just give him multi attack, the ability to attack twice.
Yeah. Okay. Give him multi attack. I
Yeah.
do actually think we should give him extra speed anyways. Do we want to give him a team attack that he can initiate?
I like that idea,
Mhm.
but I'm unsure who to do it with at the moment.
Like, do we want to
Well,
have? Do we want to like
I,
make it? Do we want to make it complicated and make it so everybody has a multi attack with every single member of the bandit team, or do we want to make it like a
I
circle to make it easier?
I like the idea of it being a circle.
Okay, okay.
So to that effect, Vodos has the combo attack with Wolf.
Yeah, okay. That
So
Vodos
Wolf
initiates
should
it.
have a combo attack with either Sasha or Father Giovanni.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Uh,
I I like the idea of Father Giovanni as like the sneaky guy. His sneak attack, his thing requiring Vodos. So that makes me think Wolf
Wolf.
should pair with Sasha.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Then Sasha into Father Giovanni, then finally Father Giovanni into Vodos.
I like that. I like that. Okay, okay. I mean, the obvious thing is Wolf gets set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we call this uh what's
Flaming Lariat.
not quite what I was going for, but I'm just imagining the what's his name? The wrestler from Street Fighter. What's his name again?
Zangief.
Zangief. Yeah. What isn't one of his attacks called like something lariat?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he does the little spinning attacks, and maybe like.
Yep. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. 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 Let me come. Flaming lariat. I think I misspelt it, but let me just it's getting it's an attack.
Lariat does have an A. Or both are A's. So Lariat, like that.
Alright, let's see. On hit, 1d12 slashing, 1d6 fire. 5 feet. Okay, so the idea I have for flaming oh, you're. Oh wait,
I was trying to do stuff as well. I was just trying to type in team attack for Flaming Lariat.
how about we both make our own versions of flaming lariat and then compare? Okay. All right. I want to look at what you're making.
Okay.
Okay. 5. Well. Okay. Wolf.
Oh, our own writing is canceling each other out.
Oh no. Wait, really?
I think so.
Oh no.
I tried to write something and it disappeared.
Okay. Okay. I'll write on the document, and you'll write in the Google Drive document. How's that sound?
I'll write in the Google Drive.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So the viewers can see what I'm doing on the actual character sheet. All right,
Yep.
so arms out. Okay. Wait, hang on. I'm doing the flavor too early. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do the adjacent to Sasha. Free play.
I'm interested to see what you're doing, but I can't.
Just trying to. Off. Hang on.
Okay, I am done with my little thing.
Alrighty.
So let's have a look at yours first.
It's so stupid.
Let's see, can I perform ones like Sasha? Sasha must find her action performance action. Yep. Lots of 5 both side. Whether a damage version was based on his body or not, it's not clear. I like that little bit of flavor. Wolf makes an attack as normal, dealing an additional 1d6 fire damage to the target hit and to himself. If the attack hits, then Wolf may make another attack.
So he's essentially like that's his offensive ability. He just burns himself down.
So is that he can keep making flaming lariats until he misses?
Pretty much. Like, because he's spinning.
Okay. So I went more traditional spinny.
Where you hit like multiple enemies at the same time. All right, where did you?
Down the very bottom of the Grizzle Forge.
All right, here. Oh, yep. Can only be formed if Sasha within 30 feet of Wolf, and Sasha must spend her reaction. Yep. Wolf spins himself around while covered in Sasha's flames. Each creature within 5 feet of Wolf must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or take 2d12 slashing or 46 fire and 46 fire. Wolf then takes off. I like how we both decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolf is getting hurt in this no matter what.
Well, as soon as we came up with set himself on fire, I'm like, he has a lot of hit points, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense for him to take a little bit of the damage and retaliation for the situation.
So I guess like the idea is, do we want to give Wolf a really powerful single target damage thing, or do we want to give him more of a AoE sort of thing?
Yeah. So,
I have arguments, but
mhm.
let's hear you out first.
So I have vivid memories
Yeah.
of an attack called Blade Cascade
I have no idea what that's
from
from.
4th edition D&D,
Okay, okay.
which was one of the abilities that got errated so fast because wizards realized that a that as soon as you got access to Blade Cascade, you could kill a god
Wait, what?
because it allowed you to attack infinite times. Now, Wolf has like plus, you know, well, at least by yours, it's +0 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too bad. But
Mm-mm.
Wolf has Reckless, so he's going to eternally have advantage.
Mm-mm-mm.
And like advantage, it doesn't like it's not quite it, but it is roughly the equivalent of +5 to hit.
Okay.
Roughly.
Okay. So there's a good chance he
But
could just keep going.
if he's beside the wizard
Okay.
and or like a sorcerer or whatever, a spellcaster who doesn't have like very thick armor,
He could just.
and
He's a
Wolf,
continental missile at that point. Okay.
yeah, there is a high chance he will be absolutely devastating to a low armor individual
Hmm.
and potentially completely useless against a tank with high armor.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of aimed for the AoE instead. Um, I could potentially like as of how I wrote it, it doesn't do damage on a miss,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
though that is easy for me to add to it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, generally it's like infinite attacking, while very cool, has chances to go horribly wrong.
Because you could
I will
just.
also, I
It's a.
will also
Yeah.
ask: was it intended to be at +0 to hit?
Yeah, I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to be like at his normal like
Okay,
+6. I mean +5 to hit, because
okay,
otherwise it'd be like infinite hits, as you say, more chance of it. But you're right. Like the fact that he can make it reckless. Yeah, I kind of missed my head a bit.
yeah. So it's like odds are with a +0 to hit, if it's anyone with high armor, he's just not never going to hit them
Mm-mm.
because at this point in time, it is possible for a character to have
20
like
plus AC.
yeah. At which point, Fleming Lariat is basically useless against them.
All right. In that case, I'd like to ask you to uh, do two things. Number one, delete my
Hmm.
version, and number two, I would like you to I would like to put in my flavor in yours, so it'll look like
Okay,
this.
cool. Then I will just plug mine in quickly, and then you can copy your flavor in because I love your flavor.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do want to add one more thing. So it's not a board sigh. The word I was looking for was what's that sigh when you're like? There's a phrase for it, like where you're resigned and like, oh god,
Well, that usually is a sigh.
with a
I
resigned
sh-
sigh. But there's another way of saying it that I prefer. A long suffering. There we go.
okay, let me just.
Pre-planned signals to Sasha, who then lights him on fire with a long-suffering sigh. Whether a pre-planned magical area was placed on his body or this was a custom spell is unclear. So basically, he just becomes the focus of a big flaming AOE. So
Yep.
that's 2d12 plus 46. That's roughly on par with a very very small fireball.
Yes, it is effectively a fireball that hurts Wolf and is very short range.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so that
And
was
more
those
important,
numbers were intentional.
yes, and more importantly, it is save or suck,
Mm-mm-mm.
which means that if you pass the save, you take no damage. So an actual fireball far stronger than this. but it is kind of cool. And
Um,
more importantly, it's coming off Wolf, who is going to be on the front lines fighting roughly.
in theory, I just realized there's something that we've accidentally synergized in here. If Wolf goes down enough, he'll become resistant to fire even more.
Yeah.
So, like, he'll be able to use this more often.
Mm-hmm. It will stop being an actual downside eventually.
Mm.
Yeah. So, like, its downside gets worse and worse. So, yes, no, it's a good bit of synergy. Yeah, no, I think that's enough because realistically, if you first encounter a wolf, he's not trying to fight; he's just trying to run. So, him doing two great X attacks doesn't really matter.
Mm.
And now this is our first time with him legitimately trying to actually fight.
Oh, yes.
At which point, a multi attack with a great axe is all he's going to be really doing because he is unable to do the flaming lariat at this point.
Do we
So
want
he is just big bruiser who can hit hard.
do we want to give either of them a magic item to drop when they go down?
That is a fun question. Um, at this point, I want to say no,
Mm-hmm.
but I have started to think about what could be cool for, say, like next encounter, because this is the start of our big journey back home,
Yeah.
and I would like to have each of our four chain bandit leaders turn back up
As
on
a
the trip back home.
as a party.
At which point, I'm fine with giving them magic items then.
Mm. Oh, that's gonna be a big jump in like difficulty. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Um, so I think we've got these two more or less sorted then.
yeah. I think
Um,
I think I'm happy with this as they are now. Yes, it's going to be tough, but also easily doable.
oh,
Like it's
actually,
not.
there is one thing I want to give them, just in case. Bum. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. Um, okay, so besides their worn slash wielded equipment, they also carry 30 days worth of food between them both. And then insight DC, let's say 11. Wolf carried most of this, and it's reasonably clear that Vodos pushed it on him. There we go.
There's a little bit of extra little oomph here and there. Nice.
Just a bit of like, because like I'm wondering like, because when the players are returning back home, they
Mm-hmm.
could use with a bit of food or something like that. And
Yeah.
it makes sense that these guys would have food of their own.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay. So I'm happy with room one as is. I think a cool little tag fight between Votus and Wolf as the quote unquote boss fight of the escape the dungeon section
It kind of
is cool.
introduces the idea of team attacks too.
Yep.
Because yeah, up until now, like we've just been slowly being introduced to these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. What do we want to do with room number two?
So, room number two could be a free room because I think every other room has a fight at the moment.
Okay, let's.
So I'm I'm happy with room two being a potentially free room.
Do actually.
Or
I have an idea, and it's we have a single bandit spy in the corner, like scavenging when he hears the fight and realizing, hang on, the boss is in there, and they sound like they've been beaten. I'm just gonna hide. So it is a quote unquote free room.
Mhm.
So let's see, what's this guy's stealth? Stealth 14. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to write down. The room appears empty and the same as it was last left, besides the change in temperature. And then I'll put in, like, over here, what was it? Perception DC 14. There is a terrified bandit spy hiding behind an anvil. Presumably, he was looting the place. If found, he will try to flee or beg for their own life, even offering what little gold they have. Let's just say 5 GP. There we go. So it is quote unquote a what do you call it?
Free room.
Yeah. I mean, like, when it comes to D&D adventurers, we don't really get many, like, cowards who just want to avoid the fight, right? Like, I feel like, oh, it's an encounter always. It's an ambush, or these guys are gonna, like, provoke you, or it's a social encounter. There's rarely, oh, this guy just doesn't want to fight at all, and he's in opposition to the party. Does that make sense?
Definitely nice. Yeah. So, that's room 2. Nice, easy, done, cool. Room 3 we made mention of earlier.
Yeah. So they're fighting the shadows. So room 3, to the northern part of the room, there are 2 bandit spies fighting 2 undead shadows. Dead shadows. Okay. I don't think we need to do anything else with them, since this room has technically been explored already.
Yeah.
Do we do anything? Yeah.
Like, part of me wants to add, like, maybe a couple of, like, basic bandits.
Oh, like with crossbows and stuff like that, trying to support that. Yep. So we can throw in some bandits.
Yeah, because we have, like, we've been throwing a lot of, like, the Giovanni special, like, you know, bandit spies around the place, and one of Wolf's raiders.
Yeah, Vodos would have some of his people here too.
Well, no, Vodos doesn't have people, remember?
Oh, right, he wouldn't, would he?
Yeah, Vodos's people is aquatic life forms, and they are really not suited for the mountain.
Right. Okay, you're right. 2 bandits. There are several bandits fighting 2 undead shadows. Alright.
Yeah, I think I like that a bit more.
Yeah.
A couple of extra bandits.
Because
yeah, it's like Vodos didn't have like any bandits technically working under him, but Father Giovanni had like the regular bandits and the thugs kind of helping out at the tower.
And the lighthouse was yes.
Yeah, at the lighthouse.
Okay.
So we can, in a way, treat them as like Vodos adjacent.
Alright, so past this fight is a dark door that was previously sealed away in ice. Do we want to make that door special, like it's locked or anything like that?
Of course.
Okay. Excellent. Said door is made of obsidian and is locked. So I suppose, like, was it thieves' tool?
Well, I mean, we have a key.
Oh?
The forge hammer.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It's like, yes, it should be locked, but also we have the key.
Forge, hammer. The door glows slightly before unlocking. Hang on, I just realized something about the forge hammer. So we have
Hmm.
two versions of the forge hammer, right? Um,
Yes, we need to go and be like, where do we do the thing? Maybe in area 2, the free room. Like personally, I think it should be anywhere there is lava.
mm, 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 mm.
Maybe room 4 makes the most sense.
Yeah, maybe room 4. Okay, so okay, yada yada yada. Protect you. Okay, all right. So actually, yeah, I think room 4 makes the most sense. Um, okay. So I'm gonna write down. Now that lava flows freely in this room, certain engravings seem to dance in the. What do you call those waves that come from heat? Oh,
Heat waves.
heat waves eman- emanating from the forges, almost animating them. So I kind of like this idea where, because the heat waves make them look like they move, the dwarves designed the engravings to make them move in a certain way, like engrave them in a very specific way.
Oh,
Insight DC, let's make it a hard one. 18. Um, the heat waves pass over the engravings, make it look like a hammer being dipped in these enchanted uh, lava currents. There we go. The result. Okay. Players dip the hammer in the lava here. It becomes the. What do we call it? Enchanted Ancient Forge Hammer.
forge hammer.
There we go. There's going to be another way to do it, like. Oh,
Well, we have this kind of machine, right?
you mean up in number 5?
In 4, like the pipe goes into like some sort of like forging area.
Yeah, okay.
Well, what if rather than dipping into lava,
Yep.
you have to put it in there and release a valve to fill the entire valve with lava?
Oh, yeah, okay. In that case.
That way it feels more like you're destroying the weapon
Alright, being.
than just dipping it in the lava for a little bit.
Okay. Looks like. Makes it look like a hammer being placed inside the large. What do you call it? A box? Machine?
Yeah, you call it large machine.
Machine. Before. Before a valve is twisted. Okay. So I'm just gonna write down here. If players dip the ham. Okay, wait. The players put the hammer in the machine and turn the valve. It becomes the enchanted forge hammer. Lava fills machine as it rumbles and clanks away for a short time. Then it becomes the enchanted ancient forge hammer. There we go. There could be another one. History check. History
Yep.
DC 18. There are tales of machines like these. where specific dwarven pieces of equipment are placed within to be further enchanted. There we go.
I love the idea of like the dwarves like automating enchantment.
It's a pretty cool idea. Let's see if any other pieces of equipment, pieces of non-magical equipment are placed inside. They are destroyed. If magical equipment is placed within, nothing happens. However, touching said items will deal. How much does heat metal?
Heat metal?
Yeah.
Yep. I was looking at what you were saying, writing down. I'm like,
You saw
yeah,
exactly where I was going with
I'm like,
this.
heat metal is exactly what I was thinking. So heat metal does 2d8 fire damage.
2d8 fire damage to the creature. This effect lasts for 10 minutes. So basically a short rest.
Well, short rest is depending on whether you do very very fast short rest or not. But yeah,
Okay.
usually a short rest is an hour, depending. But I believe there are certain ways to speed that up.
Do we just want to say 1 hour then?
No, I'm fine with 10 minutes.
Okay, so let me just see if this makes sense. Yep. Okay. Basically, you're only supposed to put very, very specific stuff in it. Actually. No, it'd be too complicated. I was gonna say, what if it's like a dwarven piece of equipment?
No, I think it's best for us to just it does the hammer, and if any DM who's running this wants to do anything under their own volition, they can go for it.
In that case, I will add that.
Mhm.
DMs are free to come up with their own effect ideas if they so wish for this enchanting forge machine. There we go. I think that makes sense. That it gives them a
Yeah.
bit of freedom and creativity.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now that we've got an idea of how to get the forging hammer, what do we do about room 6? So
Well,
players can get into it now.
yeah, I like the idea that room 6 was like the one room that the dragon couldn't get to because it was locked and sealed away, and the dragon couldn't get through the door. Considering that it's like black, like I made the door black for a reason because black is often the color of adamantium.
Oh, okay. We'll
Which is,
say adamantium then.
Yeah, this like mentioned that the door is made of adamantium because that also helps explain why the dragon couldn't get through, even with like persistence.
So they just froze the area so nobody else could get it in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like if I can't get it, you can't either.
Very jealous creatures. All right. So do we want to make this the loot room, or what was your intention with it?
Well, my intention was yes, a loot room.
Oh, we get to roll some D100s, eh?
Well, because we're doing this dungeon twice, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So
First way to the end, you get one bunch of loot, and a optional second bunch of loot if you almost basically full clear the dungeon.
I would
You
like
could
to.
technically, or you do a skip.
I want to put one more bonus boss in here then.
You want to put a bonus boss
Yep.
into room 6? Okay.
And I know exactly what I'm going to put in there.
So, do you want to put a real one in?
So you know how this place is called Grizzle's Forge?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for it. Grizzle Senior is in here, and he's undead with his own enchanted hammer.
Oh, okay. I had a different thought.
What was your thought? I want to hear it.
Well, we put our first like optional little super boss was the Salvage Titan,
Mm.
based basically off a Warforged Titan.
Yeah.
I was wondering, did you want to put an actual Warforged Titan in here?
Players might be high enough level to take it on by now, yeah. Huh. That's not a bad idea.
I'm fine either way.
Do you have the Warforged Titan stats by any chance?
Do I have the Warforged Titan stats? I am pretty sure I do not just have them off by hand. I think I had to put it in artificially. But I can plug them in artificially if we wish.
Alright.
Because like I'm also fine with your idea of like it being like a dwarvish undead or something.
Just because it is a relatively small room.
Yeah.
Okay. Dwarf. Got a dwarven crossbow, man. Oh, this looks good. Alright.
So, is the plan to just undeadify a fellow,
Yeah,
or
just
do we want to,
Oh, you want to do
or
something
do we want to
special?
try to, or do we want to find a type of undead that it's like he is this?
And just give him the token. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Um, hmm. You're more familiar with undead than I am, of like the 5th edition. Well, actually, I think you just outright know more about undead than I do in general. What do you recommend?
Both can work. Because a fun thing that the uh, the DMG did was add rules to just zombify an NPC.
Guess we could just do that.
'Cause, yeah, like if we want, um, the there's the Durga Warlord, which is the Dark Dwarf, right?
Yeah, throw him
But
on. Let's see what he looks like.
I don't think I have the token for him, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, yeah, I've just got the basic token. Yeah, I don't have the actual stat block for him. I'd have to plug it in. But it is a CR6 like dwarf with certain cool magical abilities. Pretty tanky. And then we can just apply the zombie traits to it, which would
Okay.
make a somewhat powerful CR6 dwarf.
Hmm.
Or we can go one step crazier.
Oh,
If we're applying zombie to something,
yeah.
why not just get a generic humanoid something, then apply dwarf to it, then apply. Okay.
I
Can I?
I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
I'm thinking that what I could do is get a stat block that I can find easy enough. Do we have champion? Because I think champion would actually work really well.
Oh,
Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Come on. It is searching. I have it as the subclass, not as a stat block, unfortunately. So, my thoughts, right? I'm liking the idea of an ancient dwarf that's just basically now a zombie.
hmm.
And a stat block that I like for relatively powerful individuals. Ooh, that is also not bad. Okay, I have two stat blocks here as suggestion. That I kind of like. That I think would probably work. So the first is the champion. The champion is a just martial stat block, pretty powerful. Traditionally uses a great sword and short bow. Basically, is just a fighter McFighter fighter. That's CR9.
I love that. Oh, UCR9. Ooh, so it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a single creature at CR9 is, like a level 6 party can actually fight that. That's fine.
Hmm.
Particularly if it doesn't have like boss mechanics per se.
Hmm.
But I also noticed as I was looking at stuff that as I scroll up, I noticed a War Priest, which gives it like uses a maul, uses like some like
Ooh,
cleric
yeah.
spells.
I don't. I kind of want the fighter McFighter. I kind of want this guy to be pretty straightforwards.
Yep, if you want pretty straightforward, then Fighter McFighter Stan is definitely the way to go.
Hmm.
And then I can just apply Dwarvish traits and then zombie traits on top. So he'll be slightly stronger than the initial stat block, but I think that'll be fine.
Mm-mm-mm. It's gonna be a
And so,
mindless undead dude. Yeah.
yeah, so I think I'll get to that, and I might work on that between sessions and show you what the stat block looks like
Hmm.
next time.
Next time. Oh yeah, we're coming into the end of our episode. Everybody,
Yeah,
thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
ciao.